It is a beautiful evening in Boulder, Colorado. We are on the campus of the University of Colorado at the Coors Event Center, getting ready for Pac-12 women's volleyball. The Air Force Falcons taking on the Colorado Buffaloes. Tonight's match is presented by Tachikara. Hi, everybody, and welcome along with Elizabeth Morrow. I'm Chris Marlowe. Should be an interesting matchup for you. Colorado, an NCAA tournament team a year ago. They're off to another great start at 7-4, and leading the way, running the offense is Nicole Edelman.
Well, that's right. Senior Nicole Edelman, Coach Kritza describes her as the most savviest player in the country. Colorado has switched from a 6-2 to a 5-1, and in this system, Edelman shines. In the last few matches, they have found a rhythm in their offense, which has cut down on their errors. Look for her tonight to be in that rhythm that they've been wanting.
Meanwhile, the Air Force Falcons also off to a good start. Their coach, Matt McShane, thinks this is the best team he's ever had. And leading the way, Felicia Clement.
Well, Felicia had 24 kills in that huge win over Cal. She is only 5'10", but plays much bigger than that. When she is up in the front row, Chris, the ball is going to her. She brings her experience and can make those big plays when it matters the most. I am so excited to see her and Alexis Austin go up against each other tonight.
All right, we are set and ready to go. The Air Force Falcons have never beaten the Colorado Buffaloes in women's volleyball. Could tonight be the night? We shall see when we come back. Starting lineups, first serve after this.
You're watching Pac-12 Mountain.
12 Summer on Pac-12 Network, all summer long.
Welcome back to the Coors Event Center, getting ready for in-state showdown, the Air Force Falcons and the Colorado Buffaloes. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. Presented by Tachikara, we've got the ball, you bring the game. Colorado, Alexis Austin, the big gun, Pfefferly and the freshman Abu are in the middle. Sierra Simpson is an outstanding libero. Gabby Simpson, the sister setter opposite de Agasta, is a defensive specialist. For the Air Force Academy, their big gun is Felicia Clement. Rosas and Parker are the middles. Maggie Sherrill starts on the right side. Sarah Hellman, one of the two setters. And keep your eye on number 16, Rebecca Bates. She can move it. So we are set and ready to go. It will be the best 3 out of 5 set match. First 4 sets to 25. Fifth and final set if necessary to 15. There's a good look at Nicole Edelman. And she will start as the setter in the right back. We mentioned that Air Force has never beaten the Buffs. Colorado 4-0 their last meeting in 2012. The Buffs won an epic 5-setter. We're off to a start, and the first play is put down by Nagedi Abu.
Abu, I've been impressed with her from the Florida State match. Coach Kritza told us on the call that when she connects, which she was a little bit too early there, but she can really kill the ball and also put up a huge block.
So getting set for Alexis Austin, now a senior. Had an outstanding career. Hellman shoots it out to the outside. Clement is blocked. Now on the back set, Sherrill takes a rip. She's blocked. Over to Clement again. She taps it over. Colorado on the attack. Edelman back set. And it's played by Gabby Simpson. There were 3 Simpsons on the team last year for Colorado. Taylor Simpson has departed. Thus a lot of their offense is gone, but still a very good Colorado team as they try to adjust to life without Taylor Simpson. Nice quick set in the middle, and the kill is made by Rosas.
And Air Force coach McShane told us that their offense is very conservative, that with the 2 freshman setters to look for that high outside ball, but that when the middle is there, they're going to go to it.
Sarah Hellman and Shanley Conlon are the 2 setters for Air Force. They'll play when they're in the back row. And in the front line, you'll see Elizabeth Pennington and Maggie Sherrill. So set to serve it is Rebecca Bates. 8 aces on the season. Passes high. Edelman back set to Simpson off speed, and she's got it.
And Chris, we've been talking about it. Gabby running that 6-2. She's been able in the last 4 to 5 matches to really focus on hitting. After the Penn State and Illinois game, they regrouped. She can focus on that. I love when she makes those smart shots in the middle.
Here is her sister, Sierra. in the libero jersey. Quick set, and that's good. So right away, getting the ball to Taylor Parker, who leads the team in hitting at 372. They've been very effective.
Yeah, against Cal, she hit 533, 9 of 15 when she's up. She can get that kill.
Elizabeth Pennington, freshman from Roanoke, Texas, checks in. Bad pass out of the back line. Austin with the drive. Alexis Austin. Last year she had 303 kills, second to Taylor Simpson.
And this is where she has improved. Remember last season she could not connect those deep balls. Watching Air Force in practice today, Chris, for an hour they practiced that back row attack. They don't see it a lot.
And the ball out of bounds. It's becoming very popular to set that low bick, they call it, the back row attack. Now Clement will serve.
Have you seen Bricio in action this year with that bick?
Not seen her yet, but very, very impressive, I'm told. Shelly Spires is in. She's in the left front, and Clemens serves it into the net. Give me a game plan for Air Force. How they maybe win this first set and go on to challenge.
Yeah, I think we talked about they just have to be scrappy, play their game on their side of the net. We talked about the conservative offense, not try anything crazy, and keep the serve in consecutive matches and just win the rally.
Passing has been good. And that's going to be another kill in the middle. So right off the bat, Matt McShane, the head coach for Air Force, it looks like the game plan, pass it up to the net and get that quick hitter involved. McShane is in his 6th year, one time great at UC Santa Barbara. And as you look at his record, doesn't really indicate what kind of a coach he is. Oh, nice block. Shelly Spires up high.
Spires all over that, shutting down, getting her hands across the net. That ball was going nowhere. This is a perfect pin block. Watch her reach over. She's even by herself, makes that quick adjustment.
5-5 out to the outside. Austin off the top. Chance for Air Force to take the lead here. Bump to Spires. And Spires is blocked. One thing about Colorado, a much taller, much more physical team.
Yes. And we were talking about that before the match too. I mean, the size difference is pretty huge, especially with that block. But I'd like to see Colorado turn it up and get those touches on the middle.
Now Anna Pfefferly will serve it from Northfield, Minnesota. Now a sophomore, had a great freshman year. Another good pass, set left. Spires is blocked, poked up. Off speed, Colorado's got it. Austin, nice dig, up high, Clement. Spires try it again. She floats it. Right there is Pfefferly. And down the hatch goes Gabby Simpson. So Simpson off to a great start, spiking-wise. A 6'3" lefty.
I was going to say that lefty, it's hard to read, especially with this back row attack. Look at this, just right on the line, perfect shot.
Colorado leading first set 7-5. Pfefferly continues to serve, and she's into the net. Air Force Academy has won 5 matches in a row. Included in that, on September 12th, was an upset against California in Arlington, Virginia, 3-2. First time Air Force had beaten a PAC team since 1981 when the Falcons beat Washington State University. So Matt McShane was telling us earlier on the conference call, he's got 6 seniors, and as we mentioned in the open, maybe the best team he's ever had at Air Force.
Well, Andy was telling us how incredible it's been to see these seniors from their freshman year when he said, I think we won 3 matches. He's like, I don't ever want to remember that. But this team has bought in and has gotten better every single season.
Passes over the net. Sarah Hellman couldn't get it. And now Nicole Edelman, 6-foot senior now from Boulder, Colorado. Lefty. Hellman with a back set. Oh! Is roofed.
When you have Abu and Austin up for Colorado, that's what you need to keep the serve, this huge block. That was all Alexis Austin.
Austin, 6'2", senior from Houston, Texas. And Air Force, after passing well in the first portion of the set, now having some issues, and timeout call by head coach Matt McShane.
And something you could not do with Alexis Austin.
So the score was tied 5-5, but Colorado is on a run. They're doing it with some good serving and some big blocking.
Anywhere, who's willing to be someone.
Pac-12 Women's Volleyball is presented by Tachikara. We've got the ball, you bring the game. The campus of the University of Colorado. We're at the Coors Event Center, where the Buffs are off to a great start. They're on a 4-0 scoring run and lead 11-6. I'm Chris Marlowe with Elizabeth Morrow. Early action has been highlighted by great serving from Colorado, which has caused the ball to go back over the net. And when they don't get the ace, they've been getting some blocks. Hellman sets left, and Spires, oh, what a great dig. Edelman got it up, and the put away.
What a great up by Edelman, and what Alexis Austin is so good at, Chris, is that off shoulder. Look at this incredible dig. That was like one-handed, and then Alexis Austin just gets on top of the ball, slows it down for the kill.
Passes outside. On the back set, little floater. Sierra Simpson bumps it over to her sister, Gabby, and Gabby is red hot. Gabby Simpson scorching here in the first set. 4 kills in 6 attempts.
I miss saying sister to sister to sister, don't you? But look at this, this cross-body shot in between the block.
Edelman serves it again. It's 13-6. The quick set has been very effective when Air Force gets the good pass.
Right, it starts with that one good pass, and right now Air Force in the middle is just up and their timing is on.
Rosas manning the front line. Edelman sets left. Simpson, they finally get a touch, and it's tipped back.
It's where you can see the experience on that play of Alexis Austin, where she stays up on that block and Abu's still on the ground.
14-7 now. The Buffs have doubled up the Falcons. Now, Alexis Austin, a little floater, great pass on the money, and once again, a quick set kill for Air Force. Of course, there is the Colorado head coach, Liz Kritza, now in her 7th year, as she has completely rebuilt the Colorado program. 20-14 last year, including 11-9 in the Pac-12.
And we love talking to her. She gets the media, she gets her players, and only expects the best from them.
Another kill from Gabby Simpson. It's interesting about Kritza, how she's rebuilt this program. She has taken players like Alexis Austin, who was a middle blocker in high school, and transformed her into an all-star outside hitter. She gets athletes, she coaches them up, puts them together, and
now
Colorado better and better.
college.
Yes, cross court, Clement, and that is why. So Clement yet to get untracked. No kills, has a couple of errors, and if she doesn't play at a high level, Air Force is going to have difficulty winning this match.
That's right, this team goes as Felicia goes.
And now Sierra Simpson. Pass is good. Hellman the back set. And the kill for Maggie Sherrill. Sherrill, a right side. She's a senior from Littleton, Colorado. Now she heads out. One of the team captains finds out Monday whether she is going to be in the flight program at Air Force. The decision Monday. Wants to be a helicopter pilot. Ball popped over. And Rachel Bradley Powers thought she had it with the pancake.
And that's where she's, again, just her experience. 4th year, 4-year captain. She looks over, notices where the defense is for Air Force, and makes that quick set over.
Clement. And Clement gets the kill. Let's explain one thing. Her first name is Akakwe, her middle name Felicia, her last name Clement. But you asked her prior to the match
I did.
what she wants to be called.
She said Felicia. I even said, is your mom watching tonight? She said yes. I said, then Chris and I are getting it right.
All right, Felicia.
But
Clement
the
serving.
SID said she goes back and forth,
All right.
year by year.
And now she's stuck with Felicia the rest of the way. Edelman into the middle, tapped, and the ball, there was no connection there with Pfefferly on the miss. Let's go back to Felicia. 2014 Air Force Offensive Player of the Year. Had 401 kills. Second on the all-time single serve season list. A chance for Air Force. And a point.
That all started with her jump serve. I saw her in serve and pass working on her floater and her jump serve, and that one was just killer.
Well, Clement gets a kill on the left, goes back and serves a couple of points. Air Force trying to get some momentum. As Liz Kritza will chat with her team, her assistants JT Wenger and Rael Jade. You see Wenger in the back with the glasses on. Very stylish, JT.
He finally got his haircut.
He did. I
That's
think.
what we talked about last match.
And there's Rael Jade, a couple of former UCLA Bruins. Meanwhile, on the other side of the court, Matt McShane, he has assistants too. Keith Barnett, who is the good-looking Barnett brother, and Mark Swindle. There's Swindle on the right. So Air Force rallying here has cut the lead to 5. We mentioned that Air Force upset Cal on September 12th. Matt McShane was telling us the head of the university, the commandant of the Air Force Academy, called him to congratulate him on the win. He said that has never happened in his coaching career.
And I asked him, you used to be an assistant at Cal, was it pretty sweet? And he just smiled. I was like, come on, you can tell me. How big is that for his program and how hard they've worked? And I asked him about the other 3-2 wins 2 weeks ago, and he said, my team 2 years ago could have never pulled those out.
Clearly stats favoring Colorado. And that .526 percentage will usually get the job done no matter what any of the other stats are. And Felicia Clement, high jumper. Spinner, yes! A trickler for an ace for Felicia Clement. And Air Force on a bit of a roll here. They've closed to within 4. Clement, a first-team all-conference selection, Mountain West a year ago. Oh, that's one a little bit long. Let's go back to that
Two
trickler.
totally different serves.
Can she do this on purpose,
No,
Elizabeth?
no way. Can you?
Well, Karch Garai and I used to have an argument about that. He said there's no way you could do that on purpose, but I pointed out if you practice and practice and practice,
I don't think you can.
Why not?
No way. I would believe Karch any day.
And a good swing on the left by Shelly Spires, a part-time starter a year ago and 243 kills. She's got some pop.
She does. She's on the track and field team, won the newcomer of the year as a high jumper. Even getting when she was way too far behind the ball on that one, finds a way to power it through.
5-1 scoring run. Taylor Parker serving now. Edelman sets, and putting it away is Alexis Austin.
This all started with a perfect pass, picture-perfect pass by Sierra Simpson right on Edelman's head.
Now back to serve is Anna Pfefferle, Colorado University's co-most improved with Gabby Simpson last year. Nice pass on the money, into the middle. Now Conlon sets right, nobody there. Scoop it up. Blocked. Going down to get it is Spires. Try it again. Dug up, Clement. Set left. Gabby right there. Austin out of bounds. So a long rally that goes to Air Force. Got to be a confidence builder.
I asked Felicia before the match what was her favorite part of volleyball. You know what she said? She said playing defense and serve receive. I thought for sure she would say hitting in the front row. She loves the challenge in the back row.
Sarah Hellman usually wears number 2. Forgot her jersey tonight. So she had to switch to number 18 as the ball is hit straight down. Hellman, an outstanding defensive player, been forced into setting duties with the departure of a couple setters last year. She's a veteran from Cherry Creek High School, one of the premier volleyball high schools in Colorado. Now right on the money, into the middle, no! Abu was there, but the timing not quite there yet.
Exactly what I was going to say, just a hair off. Where before her first set of the night, she was on top of the ball. That one, her elbow up too high.
Abu didn't play volleyball till a junior in high school. Played basketball, ran track, great athlete. They're going to make her a volleyball player as Clement hits it on the line point. So a rout has turned into a contest here.
How many kills does she have now after having none?
Clement is coming on. She's now, well, that's her second credited kill. She's got 3 digs, an ace. Austin, oh, what a dig by Hellman. Clement, cross court, popped up, nicely done. Austin, oh, and it's missed in the back line. Bradley Powers was
that
there.
ball was going out.
I don't know. I think she had it in her sights and just couldn't corral it. So now Austin will go out.
Also checking in to serve, number 7.
And the serving substitution is going to be Gabby Carta-Samuels. Quick pass. Coming with a nice set. Diving is Simpson. And Gabby flies it out of bounds.
Colorado just a little rattled right now. Some miscommunications that we saw in the Florida State match that they had cleaned up.
And maybe earlier, Air Force a little bit tense, a little bit nervous. They're playing well now. Tapped, chance here. Hellman sets left. Clement. Not yet. Going to get it. Carta-Samuels. Left side blocked. Recovered. Right side. Down the line goes Gabby Simpson.
And in this rotation, with that boo up, Gabby Simpson has to be the go-to player that puts that ball down in this rally. Sarah, great job of knowing where she is. When those 3 options are up, you have to go to Gabby.
Another great bump set cross court. 22-18 over to Clement. She taps. Colorado there. Colorado's basically in a man-up or player-up defense. You got to take a rip. Into the middle. And the put away for Taylor Parker, the senior middle blocker from Bozeman, Montana.
And we've just been talking about timing on Parker on that one is just up, ready to swing, ball right in her hand. We talked to Coach Kritza about the outside hitters, and they're just lean on the pin hitters right now, especially in this rotation.
Liz Kritza slowing down the action as there is a conference. Edelman and our first official, the up man, Dale Goodwin. Edelman, the floor captain, so she's allowed to talk to the official. And it's going to be Air Force ball. Edelman is going to relay to Liz Kritza what happened. And Liz doesn't like it. Go tell him he's wrong.
Pepperly said something about the ball hitting her foot.
I whistled the ball down. We'll talk about it. Okay.
And now they're going to bring in Barb Sylvie.
I inadvertently blew the whistle on that, and my thought was it didn't affect
the officials confirm.
I'm thinking maybe you thought maybe it affected the play.
I couldn't tell which way the ball went. If somebody played it or not.
Air Force has fought back, and now they're going to replay it.
I wish they would tell us.
So Liz Kritza makes her point.
She said it could have affected the play of that 3rd ball going over the net.
And they're explaining it now.
So I'm going to replay that ball.
Over to Matt McShane.
Just to be fair, not to take anything away from you.
And they're saying it may have been an inadvertent whistle. Let's take a look. Okay, so
the ball did hit Pfefferly's foot.
But the foot is okay, and I think what they did, they blew the whistle thinking that ball was down, and it wasn't. So that's the correct call, inadvertent whistle. Let's play it over. Coach McShane now going to sub. Elizabeth Pennington coming back in, and Shanley Conlon, the other setter, will come in. Take a look right here. They blow the ball dead, even though that's legal.
Yep.
Replay call.
They could have kept playing.
Well, there would have been 3 contacts, but who knew?
We used to have to run laps if we tried to kick the ball.
22-18. Well, there's a rule when I was growing up, but you were not allowed to kick the ball or use your leg.
I think it was my sophomore year.
That's going to be a point as Beverly gets the plum. Boy, Air Force is passing. When it's good, their offense works a little bit. But when the ball is over the net, that's the 4th time they've passed the ball over the net. And when you have short setters, that's something you don't want to do.
Especially against this Colorado lineup right now, that's all over 6'2".
Matt McShane continues to chat with the officials. Liz Kritza's team just 2 points away from a first set victory. The Buffs are hitting .387. 18 kills, 6 errors, 31 attempts. Meanwhile, Air Force hitting just .233. Hey, a reminder, Wednesday, Pac-12 Mountain returns to Salt Lake for a New Age women's volleyball rivalry. A talented Colorado squad looks for a road win over the Utes. Coverage begins Wednesday at 5 on Pac Mountain, or watch Pac-12 now and pac-12.com. Pac-12 so strong once again, Liz.
I mean, from top to bottom, every team can compete. I tell you what, though, I was watching the USC-New Mexico match replayed on the Pac-12 networks, and that team has not only improved, they're 12-0 heading into Pac-12 play, ranked 3rd in the nation. I did not think Samantha Bricio could actually get better. She is leaner. Her vertical is higher this year. She is so fun to watch.
7 Pac-12 teams in the top 25. The Buffs, despite going to the NCAA tournament last year and winning 20 matches, were picked 6th in the Pac-12 coaches poll, but losing Taylor Simpson and some of the other graduates. Neyra Ortiz-Ruiz comes to mind. There's Kritza and the Buffs. Sierra Simpson will serve it. Floater. Good pass. Hellman sets left. Clement chops it down the line. Good dig. Bump left. Off speed. Left hand speared up. And Clement. Wow. Gonna be a free ball coming. Good news for Air Force. Into the middle. And still going. Clement off the net. Takes the rip. Simpson is there. Good rally. Air Force won the last long one. Clement. Not yet. Good pass. Edelman the back set. And Gabby Simpson is having one of the great hitting sets of her young career. That's her 7th kill. Just 2 errors.
And how good is Sierra Simpson? Digging all of these balls. Edelman gets that one, but then CeCe Simpson all over that.
And the serve hits the top of the net and down. So the first set point goes awry.
Chris, you were talking about Gabby and how much she's careered. This weekend, she earned her 2 highest career totals at 21 kills and 16 kills. So I really think after that Penn State and Illinois match, when they made those adjustments.
Second set point now. Not yet. Great dig. Bates on her tummy like a reptile. No, it's blocked. The Buffaloes were there. Well, Colorado with some great serving, some impressive blocking, and some outstanding digging wins the first set 25-19.
And the block for Colorado just coming on towards the end of the set to shut it down.
So Liz Kritza and the Buffs, they lead the match 1-0. We'll continue with our coverage of Pac-12 women's volleyball after this.
Esurance does homeowners insurance a smarter way, which saves money.
We got some linemen in here, so they definitely know how to cook. I would definitely eat their cooking.
Final weekend of play before conferences begin. The Pac-12 matching up against the Mountain West. Colorado winning the first set, 25-19. Gabby Simpson, outstanding in that first set. 7 kills, 2 errors, 10 attempts. She hit 500.
Yeah, I mean, and that's where she has really improved. This back row attack and that rotation, she has to be an option. And I love Sierra Simpson, who was a setter in high school, knows exactly what to do and make good decisions. That cross-body shot is working. Chris, I've loved watching her just improve even from the Florida State match.
Colorado has been experimenting, and they did this a lot last year with Edelman and Simpson in a 6-2 rotation, both of them setting, but they seem to be stronger with Edelman doing most of the setting and Gabby really focusing on the hitting is what they need.
Well, exactly, and we talked about cutting down on the errors. You can see the hitting percentage, yeah, .361. That's about as good as it's been. 15 assists, 15 digs, and then that block differential.
Yeah, and also it's not listed on the stats. 4 balls that were not listed as aces because they're passed over the net and someone kills them.
Right.
There's 4 points right there. Without that, Air Force, that would have been a deuce set. So here we go, second set. 2 in-state rivalry teams. Air Force trying to win its first match against Colorado in women's volleyball ever. They're 0-4. This matchup back in 2012. On the right side, taking a rip is Cheryl. Nice up. Simpson, back to Simpson. Pretty good dig there. Right side, Cheryl, poke long. Nice Alexa Austin, free ball. And Abu kind of whiffs it out of bounds. Abu having a tough night early, and Liz Kritzer trying to keep the freshman confidence up.
Yeah, I heard her say you have to keep talking, you have to keep asking for the ball and be up. And we talked about it off camera that Colorado had a 5:30 a.m. wake-up call today.
And Air Force did not play.
Nope.
Colorado in the final match. There's a play. Colorado playing in the Omni Classic.
Sometimes you just need a little fire under you from your coach. And on another perfect pass by Sierra Simpson, she's up, and when she gets on top of the ball, she's scary.
Now Sierra will serve it. Pass is off. Scooping left is Hellman. Clement cross court. Quick set, nice up. Bradley Powers had it. Gonna be a free ball for Colorado. Simpson goes in and gets it. What a nice play by Sierra Simpson.
Exactly
when in doubt, go get it if you're the libero.
Exactly. And you know what? Her and Alexis Austin have that relationship. If you are in front of me, please take that ball. That's a great call out.
So Sierra, pride of Colorado Springs, Colorado, a 6-foot junior. Clement. Any touch detected? No. That's going to be a point for Colorado. So just as they did in the first set, Colorado jumping out early.
Exactly. So now we'll see if they can keep this lead and keep pushing. Clement looks a little frustrated over there.
Sierra, the first buff, over 500 digs in a season ever. Nice block, Pfefferly there.
This is what we saw Anna Pfefferly do so well last season, that one-on-one block. She's gotten a little bit quicker. You mentioned it, how much that she has improved, but she's just up one-on-one following her hitter's shoulder.
Definitely a terrific athlete in high school, also basketball and trackster. Hellman with the back set, Cheryl with the drive, and that's going to be a kill for Maggie Cheryl. Team captain, second in kills a year ago with 337. Now she goes out of the match. Shanley Conlon is in. Blue headband, freshman setter from Detroit, Michigan. Played for the Michigan Elite Volleyball Club, an all-league selection. Nice pass. Boston, set was too low, and that dig was way too low. Point Colorado.
Running towards the ball, just platform not out. It's a great play by Alexis Austin, though, to see where her defenders are, not swing straight on.
Now Gabby Simpson, who's developed into a very good server until that one, into the bottom of the net. Gabby, 13 aces on the season. Now jump serve coming from Clement. Perfect pass. That's money, left side. Ooh, and trying to cut it too tight was Cuff. Caitlin Clough. Hit 339 a year ago, 342 in the pack. So she had a great season. But trying to replace Taylor Simpson, that's not easy.
No, especially when you're asked to be in so many different positions.
Blocked, covered, free ball. Bates is on the money. Conlon back set, and it's touched. A point, give Pennington the kill. And Air Force pulls to within one. It's good rotation for Air Force. You'd think when Clement is up front that they'd score more points, but they're actually doing better when she's serving it.
Right, with this tough jump serve.
Another little spinner. Gabby Simpson to set that time, and that's out of bounds. So shifting into the 6-2 here. Gabby Simpson now the setter, number 13, and Edelman the lefty.
They're just trying everything, Chris, to get out of this rotation.
It's not been a good rotation so far for Colorado. Elizabeth pointed that out. earlier. Gabby out of the back line, tapping. Nice up, Conlon. Sierra goes and gets it. Free ball. And that's going to be a point. Great positioning by Edelman. Spotted a weakness there. Area 2, the little shorty. So Edelman gets the kill. She had 45 coming in, so she likes to hit. She likes to tip it over. You see her do it a lot. Conlon, nice save. And the big bomb goes to Pennington.
It's a great save by the setter, and then again, Air Force is just up, and their timing in the middles is on point tonight.
7-7, second set. On the run, got it. Beverly. A one-legged takeoff, and she'll go back to serve. Back into the front line now. The freshman from Riverside, Nageti Abu. Pretty good pass. High left, and off the block, out of bounds, Shelly Spires.
The block on that time just shifted over too far towards the middle and tooled off Edelman's hand.
Spires, as we mentioned, a high jumper. She came to Air Force Academy in her second track meet, set the Academy record. And she said, I didn't even jump that high, but I got the record anyway, right?
She's like, I don't think it was that good, but I've got it now.
Austin gets the kill. Boy, where has the time gone? Alexis Austin, a freshman middle blocker from Houston, Texas back in the day. But man, has she gotten good. She's going to have a nice career somewhere, wherever she plays next. Overseas, perhaps. Maybe a chance to play on the USA national team. By the way, if you're wondering where Taylor Simpson is, she's playing professionally in Korea now. And doing very well, we're told. She watches all the matches for the
Pink Spiders.
The Incheon Pink Spiders. To get it straight. Nice pass, Hellman into the middle, and the kill is good.
Yeah, but I love that Coach Kritza said her relationship with Taylor still continues, and it's so strong. And you know, she really serves as an ambassador for this program and where you can go after this and working hard. And I mean, we watched her so many times last season just take the whole team on her shoulders.
And the serve into the net. We asked Kritza, what do you miss most about Taylor Simpson? She said, wistfully, we miss her point production. Boy, she could serve, she could block, she could hit out of the back row. She was a stud.
So good out of the back row.
11-9 is our score. Colorado leading. Chris Marlowe and Elizabeth Morrow. Buffs winning that first set. And the serve is long by Carta Samuels from Saratoga, California. Third-team All-America last year, Archbishop Mitty High School. Now she'll stand to pass, right side. Good pass. Abu is dug. Left side, Clement off the block, got him. Oh no, it dropped. It looked like it was going out of bounds and it landed right on the line. Wow. Air Force.
I thought the same thing you did.
Backup coverage, 18, you got to take that.
Wow,
Ooh.
yeah, you got to take that.
Excuse me, not 18. That was 16, Rebecca Bates. Into the middle. Now Hellman sets left. Clement goes for the cross court, blocked. Hellman tried again. Clement is dug. And Simpson powers it cross court.
Air Force has got to make an adjustment. When Gabby Simpson is up in this rotation, they're going to her ball. And every broken play, every perfect set, they're going to her.
Gabby Simpson now, 8 kills, 2 errors, 13 attempts, .462 her hitting percentage. Hellman the back set. Cheryl is blocked. Sets left. Off speed. Right there is Cuff. And Simpson kills it again. How much does it help her not having to set and being able to focus all on hitting?
I mean, she was asked about it after their last match, and she said there's so, not even that it's pressure, but just so many things you have to keep in your brain of where people are and where your rotation is next. All she has to do right now is focus on hitting, blocking, and then passing.
14-10, Cheryl, Doug, Edelman got it up, and Simpson is blocked. Free ball, poked over. Try it again. Gabby, she's hot. Cheryl steps into set. Cross-court crank for Felicia Clement. 175 kills coming into this match.
And I just heard Anna Pfefferly say, completely my bad, she did not close that block correctly.
Almost looked like a field goal right between her arms. So Clement gets the kill. She's still hitting negative. 3 kills, 5 errors, 23 attempts. And yet Air Force is hanging around. Nobody up for cuff as she cuffs it down the line. Mom Jennifer was a player back in the Big West days at Nevada. So Colorado, set number 2, looking good.
While schools might be on pac12.com/contact provider to let them know you want it.
Coors Event Center in beautiful Boulder, Colorado. And Chris Marlowe with Elizabeth Morrow. Colorado Buffs winning the first set 25-19, 15-11 here in set number 2. What's been the overall big difference in this match for people just tuning in?
Well, you mentioned it, how tough Colorado is serving and really putting it on to get those 4 easy points. And they're also, Felicia Clement is just not, she's hitting, would you say, 23 attempts, and she's just having way too many errors on the night.
Well, the difference between the 2 top guns, there is Clement hitting negative at, well, she's just over 100, 125. Meanwhile, her counterpart, Alexis Austin, is hitting 533. As Gabby Simpson hammers one. You look at the second set stats. Colorado has dropped down a bit.
Well, look at those blocks.
Hitting percentage for Air Force. This is just the second set. Air Force has to get its hitting percentage up. Clement with the serve, and it's too long. I almost liked it better when she was serving the spinner short and forcing the Colorado serve receive to come up. So make it 17-12. There's Alexis Austin, one of the great players in the Pac-12 this season. Now cuff serving. Conlon sets left. And Spires has the right idea. Instead of trying to hit it straight down, kind of whack it off the block and get it down there somewhere.
Exactly. We've been talking about the size of Colorado. You have to take what you can see, and if you're up in that hands facing out, use it.
Now Taylor Parker, one of the 2-team captains, and slamming it through is Edelman. Interestingly, her dad, Argentinian Nestor Edelman, and he was a great setter on the Argentine national team. I actually got a chance to play against him back in the late 70s, early 80s. He was a terrific player. He's not here tonight. According to Nicole, he was dropping off his grandma in Buenos Aires. So that takes precedent, wouldn't you say?
Yes. We keep talking, though, about Nicole Edelman and switching from a 6'2" to a 5'1". So she has that mentality of being a hitter and is so good at just seeing the court and getting those easy points.
Always been a terrific setter. Tall, left-handed, good hands. Got everything you want as a setter. Passes high. Edelman out of the back line. Simpson hitting from the pipe. Nice up.
It's there again.
Hey, Augusta had a nice free ball play there. Number 11, a freshman from Windsor, Colorado. Fossil Ridge High School. 1914 our score. A lot of good stories with this Air Force team. One of them is Rebecca Bates, a senior libero, a foreign studies major and an Arabic minor. She has been a candidate for a very prestigious job in special investigations when she graduates the academy. Well, this week at practice, she found out she got the job. Lieutenant Colonel Kendra Olson from OSI comes into the gym. It's a complete surprise. They stop practice. She's got 6 of her staff. They huddle around, and Lieutenant Colonel Olson says, "I think Cadet Bates knows why I'm here."
I love that coach said, we were like, did she cry? He said, no, her face turned red, and the second the Lieutenant Colonel walked away, she started bawling. But how cool is that to have it happen in front of your teammates? And, you know, we talked about how many more responsibilities these cadets have outside of being just a regular volleyball player, but she found out what she's going to do for the rest of her life.
We found out that that is a very special job in OSI. She has particular talents. And Rebecca Bates, what a week.
4 interviews. And Coach McShane said he had 4 of his, he had to interview for her or, talk on her behalf. And that she also, though, with that, Chris had to miss practices. And he joked, too, the 20 minutes that it took out of practice that they were telling her was worth every second.
Well, it's interesting. When we asked Coach McShane about practice, he says, we've got a lot of players like that. You're allowed to practice 20 hours a day, but most of the time we can only practice 15. So we have a 2-minute warm-up. That's it. We don't run, we don't stretch. We just get loose real quick for 2 minutes, and then we're into our stuff because we don't have time to do that.
Exactly. And he also said that sometimes the captains come to him and say, you know what, Coach, we have an upcoming exam. They have these pop quizzes all the time. And he's like, okay, so what do you need? How many of you need this? And they say, all 18 of us. So then he has to make the decision.
Saw Maggie Sherrill get the rip down the line. 44 kills coming in. 19-15 Buffs into the middle, and getting on top of it is Abu.
On that one, you could just watch Edelman in her eyes, see where the open court was in the middle, and just put it up into Abu's hands so she could tip it over.
Abu, born in Nigeria, came to the United States when she was 14. Played for Norte Vista High School, all-league, out in Riverside, California. Passes on the money. Hellman back set, nobody up. The tip. Here comes Cuff. She's got it. Sherrill the pass. Hellman. Another dig. Oh, that could have been a lift. We'll see if there's an argument. Hellman will try it again. Sherrill blocked. Good play by Cuff. And a mistiming there. Well, Colorado, I think the Buffs do well. They keep the ball alive. A series of arms and legs and
Abu, I can't believe she got to that ball. So impressed. But also, Chris, they're winning these rallies where sometimes early in the season last year they couldn't put the ball away. They're finding a way.
Hellman sets left. Clement is blocked. That's a huge outside with Gabby Simpson on the right, and in the middle is Abu.
And they're wanting Abu to be a little bit more excited about. That's just kind of her demeanor. I love Coach Kritza told us she hit 600 against Penn State and asked, was that good?
Penn State, the #1 team in the country again.
She
Russ
just
Rose's
has no
squad.
idea how good she could be.
And Maggie Sherrill puts it away. Remember, she's the cadet that we'll find out on Monday whether she gets into the air flight program. She wants to be a helicopter pilot, and that involves search and rescue. You go into hostile places and you pull people out when they're under fire. Incredible.
Brave human being.
Clement, nice up, right on the money. Cross court, Doug Bates was there. Clement, another good dig. Carta Samuels, and Simpson finally missed one.
That one just a miss hit for Simpson, clipping the top of the net, something she hasn't been doing all match long.
Well, Simpson's hitting percentage drops to .412, still darn good. Now Bates. Sierra sets it up, Cuff, off speed. Hellman sets left, and Simpson another block. Boy, Clement could just not get untracked. And obviously they're keying on her, but
well, how about
just not working for her.
Gabby Simpson making that quick adjustment, knowing that her middle wasn't there and just going one-on-one.
Colorado 2 points away from a second set victory. Sherrill. And that's going to be another kill for Maggie Sherrill. She airmails that kill, so to speak. Out she goes. And now Shanley Conlon back in. Mercy High School in Detroit, Michigan. She was an all-conference performer. Colorado passing has been pretty good.
I don't know why they're serving Sierra Simpson.
You would think stay away from the liberos. They're a
especially
libero
her.
for a reason.
Yes.
24-18. And the first set point. Blocked, and that's it. So a nice block for Anna Pfefferle, and the second set goes to the Buffs, 25-18. A reminder that intermission is coming up. Kate Rooney in studio. Earlier today, we've got volleyball action. Highlights: George Mason taking on Colorado in the Omni Classic, the match that Liz was referring to. And speaking of Liz's, Liz Kritza, gracious enough to join us. Coach, you've got the first two sets. What did you like about what your team did?
You know, I like that we made adjustments when we needed to on blocking their middles. They're still pumping through the middle a ton, and both of our middles are having to do a lot of work. So we have to just be very disciplined with our defense, so our transition offense can actually work for us. So I like how we're holding the serve pass game right now, but there are still points that we're giving away, and that's what we're going to make sure that we clean up. If we want to do this in 3 sets, we have to pick our game up, because I know that they will.
That's what I was going to ask, Coach. After a 5:30 a.m. wake up, what do you have to do to make sure this ends in 3?
You know, we need to just play our level of volleyball. You know, we can play at a high point, you know, on the net and high enough up on the antenna. We just need to not try to do too much and make sure that whatever advantages that we do have physically, we just allow them to actually score points for us and make sure that we're running our in-system offense as much as we can.
Coach, thanks for the visit. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Head coach Liz Kritza. Her Colorado Buffaloes on the move, rumbling through the prairie. They win the first 2 sets. We're going to continue with our coverage. More Pac-12 women's volleyball coming up after intermission. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Coors Event Center. Pac-12 women's volleyball. The Colorado Buffs leading the Air Force Falcons 2 sets to none. Joining us now, the head coach for Air Force, Matt McShane. And Coach, serving and passing seemed to be an issue in the first 2 sets. How do you shore that up?
You know, I hate to be a cliche volleyball coach, but you're exactly right. You know, we need to serve a little tougher. We're going to move things around a little bit in our serve receive. You know, they're going after a couple of our players who are usually really good passers, so I'm confident they're going to have a good 3rd set here.
Coach, very uncharacteristic of Felicia. She is hitting negative 179, something that you haven't seen all season. What does she have to change?
You know, I think it's more, if we pass better and our middles are up, then that's going to hold their blockers a little bit, and we've been a little bit inconsistent with the sets that we've given her. I think we're going to give her a little bit better sets this next set. I don't expect her to hit negative in this next one at all. All right, Coach, thanks for the visit. Work your magic. Thank you, absolutely. Good luck the rest of the way. Okay. That is Matt McShane, the head coach in his 6th season for the Air Force Academy. Take a look at Alexis Austin and why she's a all Pac-12 performer. Well, 9 kills and only 1 error on 15 attempts. We keep talking about where she's improved in her senior season, and that is cutting down on these errors, hitting .533. Overall, you look at the hitting percentages, and that, if you're Air Force, that's disaster. 324 to 077. That means making less errors and keeping more balls in play. Well, exactly, and I think Coach McShane had a great point about the middles being up and really using that as more of an advantage, and these better sets need to be higher to Felicia. So we're set for set number 3. Colorado Buffs begin Pac-12 play next week. And of course, the Air Force Academy set sail into the Mountain West Conference. For Colorado, though, this is where they really need to close this out in 3. You talked about it. Pac-12 play starts, find a rotation, an offensive rotation that works in their next 4 matches or on the road. We should point out that one of Colorado's best outside hitters, Jocelyn Hayes, was injured early on in the Florida State match, a match I know you did, a severe ankle injury. I'm told she's just come back to practice and starting to get in some reps. If she can come back, that would really help Colorado. Definitely another option, a consistent pin hitter who has a little bit more fire. We watched the injury, and it was one of those typical volleyball down on the foot while she jumps up on the other side of the net. So here we go. Clement will start serve.
This was a good rotation for Air Force. And shorty, Edelman into the middle, and it's blocked, played up, and that'll be a point. So on the spot was Raquel Rosas, second on the team in total blocks a year ago. 4x100 trackster in her spare time. And the serve is wide. For Air Force, the two top hitters through 2 sets, Rosas at 417 and Cheryl the same. 5 kills, no errors, 12 attempts. So we'll see if those players get set a little bit more here. And the ball tapped down.
We saw a lot of that in the first 2 sets. The tough serve, you could not give Colorado an overpass.
It's better, I remember Coach Craig telling me, it's better to have the pass at the 3-meter line than pass it too close to the net. You give up a point. That's okay. Edelman, great back set, and Simpson wide open, pops it through.
Simpson going outside of the block with her left hand, which is not easy to do down that line.
Gabby Simpson, who played her high school ball at Doherty High School, won a state championship. Great stretch by Conlon to save. Free ball. Clement outside. Spires takes a rip. And into the net goes Simpson. Couldn't retrieve it. If it hits the antenna, it is out of bounds in volleyball. So make it 3-2 our score here in the 3rd set. Chris Marlowe with Elizabeth Morrow, and the big kid from Riverside pounds it down to Getty Abu. Check that. That was out of bounds. My bad.
No, I thought it was out of bounds.
Ah, okay.
It definitely probably.
Sierra Simpson.
It's it.
All right. Nice block. And Air Force can't scramble it over.
On those broken plays, you have to be in communication. The more, the better. That one, no one talking for Air Force.
5-2 Buffs. Sierra Simpson, who's played well tonight. Spires turns line, popped up by Cuff. Out of the back line, Austin. And the cross-court spike is good for Elizabeth Pennington. Don't call her Liz.
Well, I was interested to see how Air Force would react or respond to the back row attack, and with that tip, I'm telling you, they practiced it for an hour today.
You know what's interesting? Every time Alexis Austin is in too soon, or the set is too high, but they don't have the confidence there as Air Force gets the block to run it. It looks like she's tipped virtually every backcourt play.
Yep.
She has the option, hitting behind the line. Serve received for Colorado. Hellman, good serve, great pass. Gabby Simpson cross court, Hellman digs lips. Gabby's gonna try it again, and she wails it. Wow.
I mean, that connection, that bump set, even though it wasn't as perfect as the other ones have been, Gabby, that cross-court shot, even stayed out of the net.
Gabby goes to the other side of the court. Comes with a jump floater. Perfect pass, Bates. Chopping, trying to jam it. No, Edelman was there. You forget, Edelman is a 6-foot setter with long arms.
Well, and just a good heads-up, quick play. Again, we talk about the seniors and how much better they've gotten, but that experience just to know that you have to be up.
Colorado trying to tune up for the always rugged Pac-12, which begins a week from tonight. Into the middle, and the put away for Anna Pfefferle.
Pfefferle will take that one. She was the timing not perfect, a little bit under the ball.
8-4 now. Should say Pac-12 play begins next Friday, not next Sunday. There is a match on Wednesday, I'm told. Maggie Sherrill goes over the top. Right side, Cheryl, try it again. Did she get a touch? No, out of bounds. 9-4 Buffs.
And we've seen Gabby miss, what, 2 or 3 serves? In this one, though, she's on a roll.
Colorado on a 4-0 run. Oh, great serve. That was a heater liftoff and another point. Colorado involved in that Wednesday match. They'll be at Utah as Matt McShane takes time out. Take one more look at Gabby. A heater that was too hot to handle. Buffs all over the Falcons here in the third set.
Colorado Buffaloes. You're watching Pac-12 Mountain.
At the Coors Event Center, I'm Chris Marlowe with Elizabeth Morrow. First 2 sets going to Colorado. Gabby Simpson been one of the big hitting stars tonight. 12 kills, that leads the match. She has 3 more than Alexis Austin. 2 big guns for Colorado doing it. Air Force has to shore up here. Spears is blocked. So it's a 6-0 scoring run. That's the longest run of the match. And Gabby Simpson, a little different receiving from a lefty, do you think? She's got kind of an odd serve. It comes so low and so flat.
Well, and just to be another weapon even when she's serving. We talked about hitting in the back row and the front row, and she can keep that serve, what, 6 straight points?
Yes, she did.
It's not easy to do.
Rachel Bradley Powers will serve it now from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Into the middle, Pfefferly, it's up. Cheryl with a nice save. Back set, off the top and down. Anna Pfefferly, another kill.
Anna Pfefferly, her second slide to get the kill for the night. She's feet stuttering a little bit, but as middles, you'll take it.
Caitlin Cuff serving now. Pass is good. Hellman back sets. Cheryl over to Clement. Down the line, tight. And it's going to be outside the antenna. So Clement gets a much needed kill. Just her 4th kill of the match in 29 attempts. Now Taylor Parker will put the ball in play. Out of bounds. It's been all Colorado tonight. Falcons have been feisty, but just unable to deal with the bigger, stronger Buffs. Clement, cross court, yes.
That's what she's been doing all season long and what she's so good at, beating the block and then cutting the ball inside. Again, the higher the better for her. She's so athletic, even at 5'10", can get on top of that ball.
Now Conlon serving. Nice up, Clement. Free ball. That was great footwork by Nicole Edelman. The free ball pass wasn't right on the money. She took a quick slide step to the left and singled up Alexis Austin.
Shows how athletic she is, but also just years and years of being the leader.
On the slide, blocked. Clement, cross court, Sierra Simpson, point blank range, Austin. Bates digs it up. Right side, nice up, Edelman. Simpson, rejected. Rosas in the middle of the block.
This is what Air Force needs right now to get a little bit more momentum back on their side. No better way than a huge stuff block, especially on a lefty like Gabby Simpson.
Blocks hard to come by against Colorado tonight. 14-8 Buffs, third set. Into the middle and on top of that one. How'd that look?
Good.
Abu gets the kill.
Again, as the match goes on, that's what you want to see out of your freshman. Make the adjustments, get behind the ball so you can have a full swing.
She's doing a pretty good job, hitting .308, 6 kills, 2 errors.
And so much easier in that 5-1 to have the same setter, the same connection every time.
Pump left, it's good. Spires off the top. Popped up by Carta Samuels into Abu, and she's got another kill.
Again, getting back in transition, just a few steps off the net and calling for the ball. She's been more vocal this set and just up and active.
Almost saw a smile from Abu after that last kill. So Matt McShane forced to call timeout. He's chatting with his outside, Shelly Spires. Mentioned a little bit earlier that the Pac-12 continues in 2015 to be the strongest conference in the country. 7 teams in the top 25. Bruins are good. Everybody's good. Arizona State Sun Devils, they got some heat. Stanford off to a little bit of a sluggish start, but they're coming along. Huskies. And USC has been a nice surprise with Samantha Bricio. Take a look at the standings. This is without Pac-12 play, of course. Right. So you look at, wow, you've got, well, how many in the Pac-12? 12? 11 with winning records. Pretty good. Oregon State 2-7, but they're good too.
Well, in Colorado, what came in ranked number 24, jumped up to 21, and just fell out of the polls after last week. So another tough team.
Non-conference pretty good. 114 up, just 20 down. And the Pac-12 going to be difficult to deal with this year. And Colorado and Liz Kritza, no, they got their work cut out for them after losing their big hitter, Taylor Simpson. So we've talked about Taylor Simpson, departed, Sierra Simpson, Gabby Simpson. There's one more Simpson in the pipeline.
She's here, right?
Her name is Riley Simpson. I just spoke to her during the break. She's 12 years old and she's 5'11". She's playing middle blocker for Colorado Juniors, a club team down in Colorado Springs. She said the season hasn't started yet, but she's really looking forward to it.
She's got some big shoes.
You're probably pretty tall, but I doubt if you were 5'11".
I was.
But you were by the time you were 12?
6 feet tall when I was 12. I know. The boys really liked me.
I bet they did. Yeah, a giant blonde.
2 feet taller than them.
16-10. Then a aggravating night for head coach Matt McShane. He knew that they had to play their absolute best tonight. They played pretty good. There's a nice rip there. Pennington knocks it through. But to get the upset, like they did against California in early September, everybody has to be playing their best, particularly their big stud, Clement.
Exactly. Then that match against Cal, she had 24 kills. You talk about having all of the offense on her shoulders. Is what she did. She also had like 9 digs and 3 solo blocks. So
a little bit of euphoria now for Air Force. They've scored 3 in a row. Their longest run since early in the second set. They're trying to come back. Mentioned the Colorado Buffs next week start Pac-12 play. An interesting schedule. Wednesday at Utah. On September 27th, they go up and play at Washington. We're second at Oregon. Well, 4 on the road to start off. Well, it couldn't get any tougher than that.
Well, no, and we talk about their non-conference schedule and why Coach Kritza decided to play Florida State, to go out to Penn State and play Illinois and Penn State, is because she wanted to play against the best of the best, get all the kinks out. You know, they lost to Illinois, they lost to Penn State, but she saw every starter get better, and that's what you have to do. There's no easy match that's going to prepare you for what you face every single night in the Pac-12.
What a great job Liz Kritza has done with this program. She rebuilt the program prior coming to Colorado at Tulane University. Did the same kind of thing. Got there, the program was down, and then went 28-6 her last 2 years at Tulane. Had some lean years here early, but last year 20 wins. And that is going to be 4 in a row 12 for the Air Force Falcons. What's gotten into the Falcons? Bates serving. Talk about the serving game for Matt McShane. Got to serve it harder, get them out of their game.
That's what he said, more aggressive.
Another tough serve. Trouble. And a free ball to the Falcons. Let's see if they go middle to Parker. Here it comes. No, it's a back set. Cross court, going is Gabby. Another free ball. Set left. Spires. And it's tapped down. Beautiful play by Taylor Parker. She started her career at a Division II school, Texas Women's College, but she left, and she gave the reason for leaving that school. The academics weren't tough enough. She wanted to go to a school that had more rigorous academics. That's something you would never have done.
Totally.
No.
I guess she found it.
Another block. Spires blocks Gabby, and suddenly it's 16-14.
And when your offense is not going well and your star hitter is not hitting well, this is how you have to stay in the game, is with the big block.
The serving is really cranked up from Bates, and it's going to be a long run to Bates. No, can't get there. Well, Gabby Simpson gets the kill. Good effort. Bates huffing and puffing a little bit. 17-14, third set. Colorado won the first two. Pac-12 women's volleyball, glad you're with us. Sierra Simpson, that pass is perfect. On the right side, and Taylor Parker, the senior from Bozeman, Montana.
And something we haven't seen out of Parker is that slide she's been hitting and connecting and getting kills on the front one ball. Giving that option. Again, we talked about Air Force's offense is never going to be complicated. It's going to be conservative, but that was a good little add-in.
Cuff down the line. Hellman, can you go get it? No. Not that time. So make it 18-15.
Checking in Deer Buffalo, number 9, Aiden Lee.
So Aiden Lee coming on for the first time. She's a freshman from British Columbia, the fourth Canadian to wear a buff uniform, and that serve out of bounds. Boy, Colorado with a severe letdown here, and Air Force has pumped it up, and a chance here. Let's see if Air Force can get a good serve from Rachel Bradley Powers. Pretty good pass. Cheryl bump over to Clement. Trying to jam, no. Trying to jam, Doug. Hellman into the middle. Great dig, Bates. Clement. Chopping. Yeah, chopping getting it done. Well, Air Force within one now. 18-17. What a comeback. Chanting up the bounces. Nice shorty into Pfefferly. Oh, Bates left-handed. Bates again. She's everywhere. Clement. Not yet. Free ball. Bates is there. Right side. Cheryl puts it away. Maggie Cheryl unloads right side, and we are tied up at 18.
And Rebecca Bates, I mean, are you kidding me? Getting all of these balls, going exactly, playing where the barrel has to be behind the middle and outside. And right now, Chris, Air Force is just winning these long rallies.
10-2 scoring run. This to take the lead. Hellman, one hand. And it's going to be back row attacker. Hellman going up and trying to save there. Above the height of the net. Remember, she is in the back row. You can't do that. So 19-18 Buffs. Into the middle, tapping. Gabby on the run. Clement. Out of bounds.
Chris, I think she just needs that ball. The height is good, but closer, tighter to the net.
I would agree. Clement, 6 kills, 8 errors, 34 attempts. Hitting negative. And Cuff's serve is into the net. Caitlin Cuff, the junior from San Diego, California. Now coming in to pass is Abby De Agosta, the freshman. Out goes Cuff. They serve Austin. The back set blocked. Clement up high. Other ways to contribute without getting a bunch of kills.
Exactly, we mentioned.
Oh, wait a second. So the ball to Colorado, apparently a violation. A net call. She was there, but she catches it on the way down. Too bad for Air Force. Cheryl with the tap, diving out of bounds. So another kill for Maggie Cheryl. High five. There she goes, 21-20. One of the team captains. So important to this Air Force program. Of course, everybody a leader in the Air Force program.
She can get up for her size.
Now Conlon serves it. Oh, it's low. Diving is Conlon. Oh, the bump is way back. Clement. Pretty good. Up. Austin, Doug. That's big trouble, over and out. So they're trying to pinpoint the set for Clement. It
Hard
wasn't
to do that
there.
when you're backwards.
22-20. Buffs 3 points away from victory. Edelman all the way, or basically all the way. There's a good set. And Clement, I think you're exactly right, Elizabeth. Good set, good swing.
I mean, if you give her tight enough, but also high enough where she can barely beat the block because she has that hang time, it's even set higher than Alexis Austin likes it.
Good rotation for Air Force. Clement, 17 aces coming in to this match tonight. He's got 1 ace on the night. It was that little trickler off the top of the net. Edelman sets left. Gabby down the line. Shoved back over by Conlon. Gabby try it again. Doug. Chance here. They'll go to Spires. No. Back set. And the put away. Big hit for Pennington.
You made the point earlier that Colorado was creeping in a little bit too much on their defense, and that deep ball just got them.
22-all, third set. Air Force hanging around, trying to get the third set in the hopper and get on to set number 4. Clement, and off the back of Rosas.
That stings as the middle blocker.
Never good.
You have no idea it's coming.
Colorado first set hitting .361, second set 28%, third set just 17%. Spires cross court, dug easily by Sierra. Over to Gabby. Try it again, back set, and it's blocked. A hopping block on the left side by Caitlin Cuff. And now Colorado will have 2 match points. Alexis Austin, and it's out of bounds. One of the 7 sins of serving. Never serve out on match point. So now a second attempt for the Buffs. Bates will serve it. Air Force needs to tie here. Out of bounds!
You just totally jinxed that. That was all your fault.
And that will do it. So Air Force gave it a go, but Colorado wins it 3 sets to none. The congratulatory hug was Kritza and Matt McShane. And now for these 2 teams, it is off to conference play.
Well, not the way you want to end this match, but Colorado will take it. They've been up since 5:30. They are ready for Pac-12 play. So now we've seen that they're in this 5-1 from here on out, working on getting another outside hitter, more in rhythm, more reps. But I was so impressed with Gabby Simpson tonight, as well as Sierra Simpson, just playing incredible defense.
Alexis Austin hits .410, 10 kills, 1 error, 22 attempts. Meanwhile, Raquel Rosas, 385. Maggie Sherrill, just under 300. And Pennington at 308. Hope you enjoyed the action here for the Coors Events Center. Colorado final score wins it 3-0. You've been watching a presentation of Pac-12 Networks. For my partner, Elizabeth Moreau, I'm Chris Marlowe. So long, everybody.
Hi, I'm Kyle Whittingham, head football coach at the University of Utah, and you're watching Pac-12.